Hello, Stephanie here from Michigan Alliance for Families. I want to take a couple of minutes to talk about problem behavior. You're getting calls from school that your student needs to come home, that they're disrupting the classroom, they're disrupting other people's learning. You know that your child's behavior is disrupting their own learning, or that's the feedback that you're getting from the classroom, where you're seeing that they're not engaged. All sorts of different things could be problem behaviors identified at school. When you're hearing about problem behavior that's disrupting your own child's learning or the learning of others in the classroom, I encourage you to reach out to the team in writing and request a functional behavior analysis that looks at the behavior. It's someone coming in and collecting objective data around the behavior. So we're trying to figure out what could be a trigger for the behavior, what the student may be trying to get out of the behavior. We want to take that objective look at what surrounds the behavior and what happens around it. There's a couple of different ways you can collect that data. One simple way to remember is the ABCs of functional behavior analysis, and that is the antecedent, what happens before the behavior, so what leads to the behavior, the actual problem behavior itself, the B, behavior, and the consequence, what happens after the behavior. From this data, whatever format it's collected in for the functional behavior analysis, we're able to develop a theory of what's leading to the behavior and what the student is trying to get from the behavior. That information is what leads to a behavior intervention plan, which is the plan that will be put in place to try to address the problem behavior, to try to eliminate the problem behavior. Without the data, without knowing what it looks like, without collecting that information, putting a behavior intervention plan in place doesn't make sense unless we know at least a theory of what's leading to the behavior and what's the result of the behavior. The behavior intervention plan should be a written document. It should be available to those that need to support the child in different environments, and it needs to address that problem behavior. So if we can have theories on what leads to the behavior, we can try and get in front of the behavior and try and eliminate or minimize some of those triggers or build strategies in to respond, or to teach appropriate replacement behaviors that are still meeting the needs of the child. The tricky thing with behavior is that we're going to develop a theory based on the data, based on what we see, based on the functional behavior analysis. And that theory could be close or it could be totally different. We know that behavior is communication and the behavior is trying to tell us something, but figuring out what that behavior is telling us is sometimes challenging. So the behavior intervention plan should be a living document. It's something that is going to keep changing, that you do want it referenced in your individualized education program, but the actual behavior intervention plan you don't necessarily want in your IEP because it is going to keep changing more often than you would want to amend an IEP. It's something that's going to need adjustments, that we're going to get more information. We're going to see what's working or what's not working, or what theories may be good or not good, and continually make those adjustments for our theory and our practice. Okay, this was a very quick overview of a very complex topic. Please, if you have questions about how to address your student's behavior or questions about how to support your student, do not hesitate to reach out to your regional parent mentor. Check out more information on our website, and I hope this information was useful, and you have a great day.